You gotta come up with one, yeah. And then
somebody already picked pink.
And someone also picked magenta.
You could be like Dookie Brown.
No.
So of course, we're talking about something extremely important to us as people, female protagonists in animation in general.
Berated brown, since we make fun of you constantly.
I mean, maybe you guys do.
I mean, yeah, yeah, we do. I do, at least.
So
very bad.
Much like our other top 10 lists, we're going to, in fact, talk about each person. We're going to go 4 rounds from now on. Each round gets a chance to present a character and give a brief reason why they think they should be included in the list. Then after that, we'll go back through the list and we'll just say yay or nay. Will they be in or out? Then after that, we'll then give all the ones who are in a rating, and then it'll just go top 10 from there. So, I'll be playing, of course, the most progressive fighting game of all time, Dead or Alive 6. Though I will specifically be using the more sensitive, the less provocative costumes, because they are weird. I mean, that's like that's the nice way of saying it. Like
you said they are weird.
I do have honorable mentions I want to list off, but only briefly at the end.
Yeah. We can also always do honorable mentions, but usually we save those for after we've like gone through everybody's picks, because
no, that's what I'm saying.
That way we make sure they weren't picked. Okay,
also to build up tension.
So I thought a fun way to decide order this time, since we've been just doing it where I go first and everyone else goes in whatever order we pick.
And this will be interesting. I didn't come up with anything. I'm coming up on.
Have a dice ready.
I do not.
I got dice somewhere here.
Yes, I got dice.
Okay. Then if you guys can grab a 20-sided dice, we'll roll initiative, and we'll go that order each round.
Okay. And you said
I got
general
you,
animation?
Yes, this is just animation.
Okay. I got a blue and a green dice.
Disney
I
movies,
thought it was going to be just anime.
Cartoons.
I got my own dice.
That's why.
I rolled a 2.
Yeah, but 2. Okay, I got 6.
My bad. I thought you said you did not.
I just ran up to my room and grabbed one.
Okay. Then I'll go ahead and roll. I even got my die box here that I have yet to use for D&D.
Isaac's ready.
I know. I need to get my die box. I'm gonna roll for Ash.
This is literally something I bought from Meyer for $4.
She got a 6 as well, so 11. I also got a 6.
I got 12.
5
You hit the mic and
and
heard
4. Okay, so then it'll go.
Who's getting messages?
So.
That is me. I apologize.
No,
It's from Axton.
12.
It's fine. Oh, so now we just mad at
yell
Axton
at
then.
Axton.
Yes. I didn't
Actually,
really care.
I'm gonna beat the fuck at you.
Alright, so what did James, what did you get? Ramen Rider, purple.
I got a solid 3, so, you know.
You got a solid what?
I think he said 3.
3.
Your mic bugged out.
Yeah. So it'll go blue, red, muffin.
I'm just gonna be
purple.
Muffin. That's me. I'm
And pink.
Muffin.
So, good old Nettle Blue, what is the first person you would like to present?
The one I plan to steal from everyone who's watched this show. Haruhi Fujioka from Ouran High School Host Club.
Woohoo!
Haruhi. That's very good.
Haruhi is a stellar example of a protagonist who doesn't develop much in their own right, but pushes the development of other characters. And I've grown to become rather fond of that character archetype.
I was going to say, you
as well
grow
as-
very fond of that
They
character.
need to make more of that anime. They need to finish it.
Absolutely agree. Very good show.
Yes.
Even as someone who is not prone to the romantic comedy, that one is definitely, like, top tier.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, there's not much to say about her. Her character interactions are always fun with the other characters. She bounces off everyone nicely. She doesn't really have a bad pairing as far as like characters to focus an episode on. Like she can get paired with any other member of the cast, and their dynamic normally works out pretty well. So I think she's a stellar main character.
Absolutely. All right. So I'm gonna go next. Now I'm going to steal James's pick because I knew he was gonna say it, but I want to say it.
Oh no!
So, I thought you or Ashley would pick her. He honestly.
I didn't really think about this. I didn't know if I'd be awake.
The only pick I had that I think Ashley would pick, it's the bottom one, which I'll show her because I wasn't gonna pick her, but I'll give it to her because she likes that character a lot. So my pick is Lena Inverse from Slayers.
Lena, so are we just leaning anime now? Then?
I actually knew that would be a James pick. I saw it.
That's why I said I was like, I'm gonna steal this from James because this is literally one of my favorite like anime protagonists. Period. Not like nothing to do with the fact that they're female. She is just such a fun, likable character. She's the perfect combination of like old anime main character. It's literally just a combination of what if Goku was a selfish 19-year-old girl. And that's like the best way to put her. That's right. Once the riches from a town because she accidentally kills a bandit gang who owns a dragon, so everyone avoids that gang because they own a dragon. She kills the gang and steals their treasure, but didn't know about the dragon part, so the dragon attacks a major city, and she literally tells the mayor of the town who asks her to stop it because they know of her as this legendary magic user who can even slay dragons. And she agrees only for ridiculously large sums of gold, to the point where the village absolutely wouldn't have it. They reluctantly agree because they have to, or else this dragon's gonna kill everyone. She then casts her greatest spell ever, obliterates the dragon, but destroys the entire city in a single attack. And then they're really upset with her afterwards, so she runs away.
I vaguely remember this.
This is all in the first episode.
First episode.
Yeah, okay, that explains it.
That is
that
the first episode.
It.
She is great. I love Lena Inverse, one of the best. And I'll fight to keep her in this top 10.
She also has her own video game character in League of Legends.
Oh, that's right. In League, actually also in Dota 2. In Dota 2...
I meant Dota 2.
In Dota 2 there's a fire mage. And she actually has an alt skin that changes her dialogue and everything, and it's literally just like called Inverse, and it's Lena Inverse's just full costume. Alright, Muffin, you're up.
Okay, so you said any animation.
Yep.
Okay, because we're kind of like, we're kind of like leaning anime
wrong
right
muffin,
now.
By the way, Mike. It's the wrong muffin. He was talking to Ashley.
I also can't hear Michael right now.
Michael, you here? Yo, yo, yo.
He's here. You guys just can't hear him.
He's here, yeah. Give it a sec.
Yeah, you guys need hearing aids or those giant ear cone things.
Ah, he left. Oh no.
You're gonna try and come back and see if it works. So what's your pick, hon?
No, we're not gonna wait.
We kind of.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. There we go.
Right, go
okay,
ahead.
that worked out perfectly.
I hear you.
Cool. I hear you as well.
Oh, damn. Readjust.
Alright, Muffin.
Oh, yeah, yawning. Okay. So... Now, it doesn't have to be a main character.
No, it does.
No, it does. That's the whole point of the list.
Yeah.
It does?
Yeah. It has to be protagonist.
It has to be like the lead.
Yeah, that one is the point. It can be any animation, but they have to be the protagonist of the story.
Yeah, does it mean it...
That means the story has to follow them, their perspective, for a given period of time, for a very large period of time at least.
Yeah, so like,
who are you going to
the Crystal
suggest?
Gems from Steven Universe probably would not count.
No, they would not. It is Steven's story, though they are very important.
Shows even called Steven Universe.
That's also true. So who are you going to suggest, Ashley?
I'll say Katara.
Yeah, Katara. I wouldn't count. I'm sorry.
Well, then
That's a good.
But Korra.
Korra would count. Yeah, Korra would count.
Korra actually is
Korra
undeniably
actually,
the main character.
It's named after her.
It's her name in the title.
Yeah, just like Zelda's the main character in Legend of Zelda.
Of the Legend.
Yeah, why is it called Legend of Zelda if Zelda's not the main character?
Good old classic.
Because Zelda's the legend.
Yeah.
Why is she
Don't
a
do that to
legend?
talk about Link.
You're fucking right. She is a fucking
You
legend.
mean
Thank you.
Luigi?
Luigi does have his own game.
I know.
Oh, that's true.
So, who's you pick, baby? It's also her.
Damn, I should have made a list.
Can we
I
come
did-
back around then?
Yeah, let me think.
Okay. That's fine.
So try not to hold up these guys who have place to be today.
Yeah.
I don't mean that to be rude specifically to you, Ashley, although I have no problems being rude to you.
Well, damn.
Well then.
But in this case, I'm not being rude.
Oh,
So then, good old Pink. What you got?
I'm going with Major Motoko Kusanagi from Ghost in the Shell.
I also realized I'm sorry I skipped you, James, but I'll come back.
Oh, sorry. I
No,
was
that's
about to
alright.
say I thought I had more people in front of me.
Yeah, you did, but that's okay. We'll do
Wait.
you, and then we'll make it.
What
right
did you
next
roll,
round.
Mike?
Huh?
What did you roll?
No, he only got a
Like
he
a
only
two.
got two.
I thought it was
okay.
last.
Yeah,
I
he
thought
is
James
last,
was last,
but
but he rolled
I
a three.
accidentally said it the wrong order, so we'll go back to the proper order next round. Ashley
Okay.
being
I'm sorry,
unable to
James.
think of one threw me off. So,
No,
but go
fine.
ahead, Michael. You're
Okay, so I'm doing the Major from Ghost in the Shell.
she was also on my list.
She's on your list? Sweet.
Yeah.
She's just fucking badass, man. She's got, honestly, she's kind of got all. She's got the brain, she's got the technical capabilities of being basically a super spy.
yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I just, really like her.
Those bottom four are like the ones I'm going to use. So what's up, Purple? Round Rider, what you got?
Why didn't I think of that? You're better at lists, babe.
I work on them a lot.
Since you took Lena Inverse, I'm gonna have to go with Ryoko from Kill la Kill. I know you don't like that show, but I
she's
do.
great.
I like her character because she's the drifter that comes in solely for revenge at first. She defies everybody and anything that gets in her way. She does what she wants to do. But she does grow
Nice.
a little bit with what was her name?
Mako.
Mako.
Yep.
She becomes more compassionate. But she just overall just beats whatever's in front of her and doesn't stop.
So if Lena is Goku, does that make Ryoko Vegeta?
No, not really. No, she's
I
actually
feel like
she's actually more like Yusuke, of being just this tough punk who fucks up everything.
She's got that
Are
glare.
you still
though.
talking about Ryoko? Because I think I
That's a
lost
Vegeta
James.
glare.
Yeah, he picked Ryoko Matoi from
Okay.
Kill la Kill. All right.
But Ryoko's solid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
that's my first pick.
Yep.
Sweet.
Ashley, do you have a pick, or do we have to come around to you again?
There's always Korra.
Don't pick for me.
There's Korra. There's like Sailor Moon, Sakura.
I never
Pick your
watched
Disney
that.
movie protagonist that's a female. They'll probably work.
Ready from
Clone Wars, maybe for I think I haven't watched it, but I feel like the show
Ahsoka
might
would
be-
definitely count.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's the-
that's her. Yeah.
She's the focus of a lot of that series.
Okay.
She's the focus of the entire last season. Save for the
Yeah,
very
a lot
beginning.
of the series. That's what he said.
Okay, then I'll just go with what I was thinking.
Okay.
Mulan
I actually thought of that too.
is
Nice.
she's awesome. I mean, she saves freaking China. I mean, she's a badass.
Absolutely. She somehow changed her jawline to trick people to trick people into thinking she's a guy. That was incredible. I don't know how she did that. If you see the old animated movie, when she's in a disguise, her jawline is actually different. Yeah.
I've seen Mulan so many times.
I know, it's really weird. It's like I never noticed until someone pointed it out to me. Alright, Blue. Round 2.
Round 2. Who do I got for round 2? Kaguya Shinomori from Kaguya-sama Love is War.
That's a really good pick.
Yeah.
It is.
Kaguya is just great. She is intelligent, she is egotistical, the two match extremely well. And she is... she is the driving force of the whole series because she's the one who concocts all the batshit plans that happen in the series, aside from the occasional, like, chaos factor episode. But surprisingly, as I found in Season 2, which is why she makes this list for me, she actually develops over the course of a series, which is surprisingly uncommon for rom-com characters. They don't normally have, like, constant development. It's just a will they, won't they, until they, if they will they.
Especially when you got, like, a mini-series like that one.
Yeah.
Like,
but she actively... You could see her perspective on her own romance change over the course of the series.
Yeah.
So...
Alright.
Yeah. That's my argument there.
Gotcha. My number 2... So, like, the rest of my list are pretty much characters I'm certain no one else will pick. But I like them
Same.
so much that I wanted to bring them up. So I'm going with...
That's what these lists are about.
So I'm going to go with Luluco from Space Patroller Luluco. And that show is just a fun blast of just wackiness and goofiness. But the best part about it is, so she lives in a city entirely comprised of aliens. Her entire world is actually normal, with the exception of this city that she just she lives at because her dad is part of the Space Patrol and has to work there. So her one goal is she wants to live a completely normal, regular life. But due to her father being poisoned and turned into ice, she has to take his job and save the world.
I totally forgot about that.
Alien threats. Also, every episode is 3 minutes, and it's just a wacky comedy. You can watch the entire series in less than 3 hours.
Okay, that right there is the best advertisement for a series ever. I can watch it in less than an hour. Thank God.
Yeah, it's also just goddamn hilarious. Dub or sub, good. I'll say both are great. I of course watch the dub, but I think both are actually very good. And you can find it like on any streaming service you want. Actually, no, you can't. Never mind. Both are on Verve or Crunchyroll. The English and the sub. Even though the English is actually done by Funimation.
Every streaming.
So, that's my pick. Muffin, do you have a second round pick?
Jeez, these lists do not have... Oh, this list had Mulan on it. Just didn't go far enough. These lists just have women, not protagonists.
Nice.
What the hell?
That is kind of the trickiness and kind of the reason we want to highlight the female protagonists that there are. Because there aren't enough of them. At least that's how I feel. Yeah. I mean, I actually looked up a ranker list today. You know, just a little bit of extra research. I had most of my picks picked out before this morning, but I was looking on ranker. One, it was actually a surprisingly okay ranker list.
There's a list that actually says protagonists. Female protagonist animation. Haha!
There you go.
And the to 19. Most ranker lists go almost to 100.
Or more.
Oh my god, this isn't a list, it's just an article. Ah!
Nice. I'm afraid you haven't thought you even used your like one of your favorite characters.
Maybe we should just have Ashley. Maybe we should have Ashley move to just the last round in general, so she has time to like parse through lists and stuff.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. Purple, you're up.
Alright. So my next pick is Birdie the Mighty from the animation
wow.
show, Birdie the Mighty.
Classic.
She is a alien police officer, but because of her race, all the other aliens look down on her and think that she's just way too violent. And the reason why I picked her is because I really like the unique animation. I like her character, I like how she grows. But there's a fight scene in the anime that was taken and used exactly scene for scene in the Superman movie, where Superman fights Zod.
Oh, and Man of Steel?
Yep.
Yeah, leave it to Zack Snyder to do nothing on his own.
So I thought that was pretty neat. She's just a great character. She tries to prove that she's not this stereotype like bloodthirsty monster. She tries to rise above her diversity. She accidentally kills a human, but then merges with him, so the guy can actually like use her body, but then like there's a weird transformation thing.
That's okay.
I just like her overall. She's funny. She's strong.
I liked her more before
besides
you got to that part.
Well, it's kind of like Ramen Half, kind of like when he needs to use her. When he needs to use her body, she can use like his DNA to morph into him, so that he can use his body for a limited time until they can actually restore his physical body. So
Okay.
that's my second pick.
Then next will be Pink.
Yep. So my pick is Belle from Beauty and the Beast.
Interesting.
I think she is a fantastic. Huh?
Sorry, I said damn boy.
Yeah. I think she's a fantastic female protagonist. She's smart, resourceful. She takes none of the Beast shit and manages to figure out ways to basically make her situation work for her.
That's true. That's very commendable for like a character like that.
Yeah. You know, and I mean, and can we say progressive? I mean, she's like basically a female scholar in 1700s. Yeah, in 1700s France, maybe even earlier than that.
I was actually going to add
18?
that part and then didn't
I
wanna-
mean, you know, that whole thing, I mean, wasn't a very common thing, and even in the movie itself, she's kind of looked down on and thought of as an outsider, partially because she likes to read and is smart. So yeah, she's honestly definitely one of my picks.
Absolutely.
What you
Stop
got?
stealing my words.
Okay, it says, well, 18th century fairy tale, so...
18th, okay.
It was a French novel.
1700s though.
Yeah.
I knew one of the 5 dates I gave was right.
You're one of them. At least
One of them had to be.
Yep.
Oh yeah, so
I know how to play the numbers, man.
I
Yeah,
have cut you off, Mike, because I was gonna say a
Should've.
woman reading. Could you imagine today?
Oh Jesus.
And then I was like, oh wait, this is Mike's turn. Shut up.
All right, hun. What you got for round 2?
See, I feel like I picked like they're not the protagonists though, but like
I mean, if you say them, we can. I don't know,
Yeah.
I guess add to it.
I was thinking Sophie.
From.
Oh, from Howl's Moving Castle?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's 100%.
Oh, that was one of my
Okay.
picks. Yes.
I win.
Yeah,
I
she's,
freaking love
I mean,
Howl's
the
Moving
story
Castle.
just follows her. Howl's
I know,
pretty
but
much
it's
just
called
me.
Howl's Moving Castle, so
She's a
That's also
great
fair.
protagonist.
okay.
That being said, Howl's Moving Castle is the location, not the character.
That's true. Well, Howl's a character.
That is
Howl's a character, yes, but it's just
Not the
stating.
main.
Yeah.
In the movie and the book.
I need to read the book.
It's
Series.
fantastic.
There's 3 of them.
Yes, there are, but the first one's only the one like you really need to read for the movie.
Oh yeah. It's completely
Anyway,
different, though, really.
Do you have? What are your reasons, Ashley?
You have to argue.
Why? She should speak for
That's the
herself.
You can.
No,
I mean,
I'm
you
just
can.
kidding.
You can say I just really fucking like her. I mean, I kind of did that with Motoko.
Oh, I mean, well, I do. Well,
I'll give more stuff because I love this character.
cause well, she doesn't take any shit from Hal. Like, he freaks out, and she's like, okay, stop being a baby.
She does slap him around.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly,
Being an
it's
old
very
piece
similar
of
to
shit.
why I kind of like
Dude.
to why I like Belle.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
know what I mean?
Very
They're
similar
both
vibes
smart.
from both characters.
Yeah.
They're both smart, resourceful.
And don't take shit from
women.
their magical
Yeah.
entities who they creep into their house to the point where they just end up living there.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of similarities there, actually.
Actually, yeah, I never really thought about that.
Although
alright.
hers is completely by choice.
Yes.
Bells is not. But you're right.
And she's also just. I like her personality a lot. She's just like a happy, like, positive character that's hard to, like, really get down.
Alright, Blue. Round 3.
Alrighty, let's see. Round 3. I've got
Better start looking up
the
your next one.
self-titled Violet Evergarden.
Yeah, I figured that one.
Oh,
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Oh, you want to do Violet? All right,
No,
I got
no,
backup.
you
Oh,
got,
no.
you got her. 'cause
I
I've
got
got
five.
plenty more.
I got
Ah,
five
shit.
honorable mentions. I got
No,
five.
it's all right. I got more. It's okay.
He
Go
just
ahead.
likes
You
her a
picked
lot.
her.
So, Violet Evergarden is a masterclass show in engaging one's inner emotions and coming to terms with trauma. And this is entirely viewed from Violet's perspective. And she's been slow at the beginning of the series. But when you get into her, bad phrasing, but when you get into it, she's a
Nice.
really complex character that is fantastic for assisting in telling the stories of these different people that she encounters. She gives an element of familiarity to all these different stories that she enters into. So it's not just random people and random stories when you have no human connection to them. She helps give you that connection to all these wonderful stories that happen throughout the series. So I think as a main character, she is top tier.
Well then, pink. Oh no, sorry,
Is
purple.
it purple?
Purple.
Purple.
Oh no, I'm up. Blah. Red.
No, you're up. Yeah.
Me.
Fuck
Oh my
I'm up.
I was like, I
god.
feel like something's all messed up.
No, no.
Wait a minute.
I'm up. You guys
Yeah,
can
you
hold
can-
on.
Zach, Red, you can forget yourself, but don't you goddamn fucking forget James.
No. James is unforgettable.
All right. So my third is from a controversial show because the
Not a-
director is not a great guy, but the show was very good for its very short 11 episode run, and it should have gone. It should not go any longer ever. It was a perfect length, and Moriko Morioka is one of my favorite female main characters.
And she
is
was on
just-
my honorable mentions.
She is a girl who works in a computer company, just like a regular like firm. And then she realizes how much she just hates her job, so she just saves up tons of money and just quits. She then becomes a NEET who tries to find ways to like kind of bring new flavor to her life while she's just kind of bored at home. So
Oh.
she joins an MMORPG where she just
Oh,
plays regularly
it's
and meets this
freaking,
cute guy in it. Well, cute girl in it because she plays a male character, and she makes a bunch of interpersonal relationships and
I
struggles
forget
to
the
open up
characters' names
and be
in that
more of
so
a person outside of this video game. The video game part is actually just a backdrop. The story is all about the inner relationship and her growing as a person, basically learning to get out after all this and finding out who she really is as a person outside of work and outside of games. It's absolutely great. She's
Recovery of an MMO
just
junkie is
such an
awesome.
easily likable character.
So I think I missed it. What's the show name?
I
the
just
show
said it.
is
Recovery of MMO Junkie.
yeah, Recovery of an MMO
Oh, okay.
Junkie.
Yeah.
It's just really
I didn't
good.
realize what he was talking about until
Unfortunately, the director turned out to be a not great guy, so the show suffered a
Okay.
lot of scrutiny in its later release. Like, once it hit like episode 9.
Was he the closet Nazi guy?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That was.
That being said, he was not the creator of the source material.
Yeah, he was
He
just
was
the
the
director
director
of
for
the
the
anime.
That's why I have kind of a difference of opinion between
Him and
supporting
Kenshin's
that and
Rurouni
supporting
Kenshin's.
Kenshin.
Yeah, Kenshin Homura's series. But in this case, the original creator had nothing to do with the negatives towards the show. Also, the 11th episode isn't great because it's actually a filler episode. It was an OVA that they turned into 11th episode. It really ends on the 10th, but the 11th episode's still fine.
Oh yeah.
All right, Purple, what you got, boss?
My third pick is going to be Mume from Kanabari the Iron Fortress. She's also another kind of complex character because when you first meet her, you kind of get the feeling that she's really cold and doesn't really care for people. She's just there to kill monsters and to complete her objective. But the more time she spends with the other characters, the more kind of the more human you kind of see her become because she was pretty much raised and was infected with this disease, and so she's able to kill these monsters more effectively, and so she was kind of raised to be a weapon. But I always kind of like seeing characters like that become more humanized and become more trusting and just not like, you know, kind of cold and standoffish. I don't know, that's why I picked her.
That's good.
Really, I like her design.
I need to watch her show. She seems great. All right, Pink. Round 3.
Okay. So I got another Miyazaki pick because I feel like he's really good with female protagonists. I'm picking Chihiro from Spirited Away.
Chihiro.
Nani?
I mean, I think first off, I think she's got great.
This list is stupid. Not this list.
Not like Toru. Oh shit, I just realized another character I could use. That's fine. I got my list.
I don't want to go mainly anime though.
I mean, it's fine.
Yeah,
I mean, this list was kind of supposed to be mainly anime, and then he kind of added in.
Yeah, mostly
Other stuff.
I did that because I knew we wouldn't like go back to this list, but with just animation. So I felt that this was a good way to just do both, so that way we could at least get a chance to talk about it.
And honestly, thank you because I don't watch enough anime.
That was
Yeah, I feel like
that
it's
was the
such a
reasoning.
Rare thing
Yeah.
that.
That was the reasoning I
Isaac,
thought.
Isaac
Yeah.
got, yeah. Which fair, but not ultimately.
Going into this
the
list thinking it
reason.
was just anime, I was like, I have 2 to 4, and 2 of them are so popular that I would imagine they would have got picked right off the bat.
Ooh, this might be a good list. Let's see.
Sorry, Isaac. We're not all you. We don't watch all the anime.
I said literally nothing.
No. You're fine.
You don't have to say anything to get mad at you.
We know. We know, Isaac.
Right. All I said was, yeah, I understand the necessity to fluff out the list by using American animation as well.
Yeah.
And although I think the list should primarily be anime, that's fine to use outside Western characters.
You fucking purist.
That's not what a purist is.
No.
It's not, but we're
You
giving you a
won't-
hard time though.
We are, because you
Oh,
did
I
say,
know.
I believe it should be anime, though.
I mean, yeah, but I also know that I'm the weeb here.
Yeah.
And maybe James. James, I can never tell with you. I assume you are, but like, also I don't know.
I am to an extent, but not like
Not you.
I read
No.
manga. Like I don't read manga.
In fairness, I rarely do. I read 2.
I actually read manga more than I watch anime.
There
I
we
think.
go.
I don't. Hell, I watch it in English.
And like,
That's
every
true.
manga I watch, it's pretty much to have a second chance to enjoy a series I watched. Every manga I read is a second chance to
Dang,
enjoy the
it's
series.
not animated up
Or in the
there.
case of Demon Slayer and My Hero, because I'm impatient and I don't want to wait.
Ah, that didn't work out. Partially those were picked.
So, like, DOA is pretty smutty, but, like, it's actually really fun. Like,
What
it's
is?
still... Dead or Alive is, like, really smutty, but,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
it's actually really fun to play.
Alrighty,
As the 4 people who watch this channel know, sometimes garbage is fun to watch.
This is also true.
Well, actually, do you need recommendations at all? Or
I'm
I know you're
looking
gonna
at
work,
on
so-
the online for
Well, I'll say this,
recommendations.
if you want to stay in Miyazaki land, I would say Princess Mononoke. I would say Mononoke.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I
that.
haven't watched all of that.
She's not the main character, though.
She's not.
That's true.
I thought about her. Ashley, what about Star?
I thought about her too, because
Holy
that's my
shit.
favorite
Oh,
Miyazaki
what about
movie.
Star?
There we go.
So why is...
I know so many female characters, but when you put me on the spot, I don't remember any of them. So that's
You
the
had
thing.
just as much forewarning as any of us.
This is
You don't get to call that.
calling audible.
Yeah, but I didn't know I was gonna be doing this until
Yeah, she
like...
thought she'd be asleep.
Yeah, but I've been up since 9, so...
You're used to getting up at my schedule now.
Yeah.
'Cause
So
always
you
get up
had-
when I do.
You had 5.5 hours to make a list, is that what you're telling me?
No.
I didn't think there was gonna be a list. I thought I was gonna fall back asleep.
She also did say that. She told me that earlier. But yeah, so
You're
why
saying
is
around
this...
noon when you knew you weren't going to fall back asleep?
Man, she doesn't think that far ahead.
No, I don't.
Even 2 hours. So
Just
why
because you-
Fair.
why Star
Go ahead.
Butterfly?
Star is awesome.
Ooh.
Yeah, he
I was
mentioned it, and
actually
I was
gonna
like,
recommend
holy
that.
shit.
Yeah, that was gonna be one of my.
Oh my
honorable
God,
mentions,
I
just 'cause,
forgot.
Man, I love that show.
Oh my god.
Oh, I've not watched enough of it, but I know Ashley likes it, so I was going to recommend she pick that earlier.
Oh my god, I love
I
that
need
show.
to finish that show.
Do it. So good.
So
Oh
why?
my God.
why
Put on the
Star
list of
Butterfly?
like 1,000 other things I need.
It's
to finish.
on Disney Plus.
It is on Disney.
It is on Disney Plus.
Awesome.
He's
Dude,
got
that's
access
very
to
cool.
a lot of the things he wants to watch. That's
Yeah, I have
genius.
access.
That's kind of the
It's
problem.
Time and effort.
That's
No,
the
I'm just
problem.
saying it's on there, so it's definitely
Like, I have
accessible.
Disney Plus.
Yeah,
and
it's definitely
Funimation
accessible.
And access to Crunchyroll
Yeah.
and all this shit.
I know. I have so
Hell
many
yeah.
things I want to watch on Disney Plus. It's ridiculous. So
So,
So why
like,
Star?
no train of
What,
thought.
what do you like about Star?
Uh,
Start there.
well, I don't know what all everybody has seen, so I don't want to say like
yeah,
too
you
much.
can't spoil too much. That's fair.
Yeah.
Talk about her personality, then.
yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Well,
Talk about what makes her great, not the scenes in which she is
okay.
great.
Well, she really like takes charge. Like,
I mean, literally all the tomfoolery that
Man,
happens,
you can
especially in the
tell.
first season, is all her fault.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
she just
Well,
likes
yeah,
to
no,
do
that's when
things.
she's learning and everything. And she's, like, learning more of, like, her magic and all that. And, like, later on, she, like,
She-
learns more of it. I like the dynamic with Marco. That's awesome.
I will also say about her, the fact that like her growth as a character is like gigantic.
Oh, yeah,
Uh,
definitely.
In most series, like when a character changes, like they'll change like key stuff about them. Man, she's
Well, I mean, she had a reason to change, though.
yeah, like she went. Her character from season 1 is nothing like her character from the end.
Well, yeah, there's a reason for that.
Yeah, which we can't really get into,
Yeah.
but we will say she goes through a lot.
Yeah.
I'll just say my favorite thing is when she decapitated her love interest.
She decapitated.
Wait, like, what?
Yeah,
I'm-
when she
I'm
just
joking.
murders
She
Marco.
just
Oh, but she
murdered him and decapitated him.
Yeah, it was like, what?
what?
Right? That's not a. That's
you
not.
find
a
out in the
spoiler,
last
right?
season she's actually the villain. Spoilers.
And And
I
her
don't think so. I mean,
dad-
that's from the first. That's from the first episode, Isaac.
But then you find out the actual title wasn't Star versus the Forces of Evil. It was Star.
Star is the versus
Star,
of evil.
Star
To an
is the
eye.
versus of evil. Star is the
All
versus
right.
of evil. Oh goodness.
Blue, what is your final pick?
Okay, so I'm a little caught here.
Yeah.
Is anyone actually going to talk about Toru Honda?
I was
Oh
thinking-
shit!
I assumed Ashley was
Zach
going to
had
talk
that on
about
his list too.
Yeah, I
Go ahead
I was
and-
literally telling
Okay.
Ashley over
Go
and
ahead
over
and do
again.
it.
Then if someone's going to talk about her, fine. I want her to be on this list. I wasn't going to, but we got to the last round, and I'm like,
I was literally
I
just
wanna
thought
make-
you, because you've been talking about her a lot, so I just assumed, oh, I'll just leave it right.
yeah, but she's also one I knew you guys would know just as well as me, or almost.
Well, then go ahead and leave it so
So-
Ashley can talk about it in the last.
I
No,
will leave
he
it.
can do it. He can do it. It's fine.
No, she's not my fourth pick. She just would have taken that spot if no one was going to talk about her.
And
My
since
fourth pick.
you take a while to figure out your picks, so it's probably a good choice.
Okay.
My fourth pick is Emma from The Promised Neverland, because
Oh yeah.
she is actually pretty much my only, with the exception of the girl from Slayers, because I haven't seen a lot of that. She's one of the only characters who feels like a typical shonen protagonist who is coincidentally female. Like, she is the take charge one, she is the brash one, the headstrong, the physically tough one, the one who motivates the other people. She's not the planner, she's not the thinker, she's not the quick-witted one, but she's the backbone of her show as a character. And the fact that her show is so good, and I want to give some more highlight to how good that show is.
That's fair.
Oh.
That manga's ending.
I don't know.
ended,
Not
too.
really a show for me.
Yeah, not
I
for
mean,
me.
yeah, I'm not
but
trying to convince people who are like opposed to watching it to watch it.
Yeah.
People who
It's
just
the
don't like
prim-
horror.
Yeah. it
The
definitely
premise
has
of that
horror
show
element.
doesn't
No
sit well
spoilers,
with me.
no spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers.
Since
And
just get horror
Promised
elements.
Neverland is hard not to spoil because the spoilers start at episode 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I said the premise of the show isn't
There,
really
you know
for
what?
me.
Though, I will say, not that I'm saying we should spoil anything in the show. There are some shows you just kind of have to spoil because they don't have a hook otherwise.
That's
I mean,
fair,
that's
but
fair.
we're not really talking about the greater show. We're just talking about the greater
No,
character.
yeah.
Which is why we can get away with it a little bit.
But yeah, Emma, I feel like also stands as a stark contrast to a lot of the other female characters who, not that this is necessarily bad, but it's much more common, are more the emotional backbone in terms of being the supportive or the understanding one. She's not. She's headstrong one, which is not a common female archetype.
At least not for shonen, for sure.
But yeah, that's my take for Emma.
Okay. So Zach,
Yeah, what's up?
I know it's not what it's supposed to be, but the girl in the red
Yeah. Kasumi.
is
face of
giving
Dead or
me Evangelion vibes.
Oh, because of the, like, she's kind of wearing this ninja leather suit, and it looks like the
Yeah.
plug suit from Evangelion. It looks like
What were we
Asuka's.
talking about?
The game I'm playing, DOA6.
Oh.
Speaking of you, Zach,
Yeah,
it's your
me.
turn.
It's red. So there's one character who I was going to talk about, but I'll just put her in honorable mentions because I want to bring up Ruby Rose.
Rollaby.
I brought her up in our protagonist list, and she was the only female character brought up, and that's because she's great.
See, okay, let's show like Ruby.
Yeah.
Who's the protagonist? Is everybody the protagonist then?
No, it's absolutely Ruby's story.
Okay.
Not only is it called Ruby, even though it's spelled differently because it's named after her team,
It's
not her.
Rollaby.
But the story totally follows her.
Okay.
Like, even when it follows other characters, it's usually her perspective on those other characters and what's
That's
going on.
fair.
So that's fair. You could bring up the fact that, like, she shares the title of main character, but she is the protagonist. Like, the story is from her perspective the entire time. Even when she is not
You
the
don't
only
necessarily
one.
need to be the focal point to be the main character. You can also be the
Yeah.
perspective character.
Yeah. There's literally one season where it kind of follows multiple storylines, but, like, hers is the most important one anyway. Like, it's pretty much just explaining how all the other characters get back to her, so it's still her story.
Like how Luke might be the main character of Star Wars, but it's really Anakin's story.
Yes.
Oh,
Well, it's
yeah.
actually supposed to be
Never thought of it that way.
Skywalker's story, so technically it would
No,
be
get
Luke's
that
story.
get that shit out of here with
Because
it kind
it's
of
called
like
the Skywalker Saga. I mean,
get
you
that
know,
shit out of here with that fucking force suit shit in.
I'm right.
It is called the Skywalker Saga.
Yeah. Alright. Muffin, did you want to go now? Or did you want to wait to go last again?
Well, that's like a cop-out if I do Toro.
Well, that's fine,
Toru.
because no one else
Toru.
Yeah.
I said it wrong.
I mean, Toru is one of your favorite characters, actually.
I do like Toru.
She also absolutely should be on this list if she's not.
Yeah.
You're wrong.
I mean, she should, but I mean, she has.
I like Ashley. Like, she's like my favorite character, and she should be on this list. But I just don't want to pick her.
That's pretty much what she's saying.
Hipster.
No, okay. Well, I mean, she's not like. I mean,
Well, how about we
she
say you
cries
for
every
last?
5 seconds.
I mean, that's
yeah, that's why
fine.
she's
That's
bad.
fine.
Yeah, no, I
so
know.
does Midoriya, and he should have been on our list. Cause
Oh
he
my
really
god,
is, and everyone
he
else is
does,
wrong.
doesn't he? It gets better later on, though.
Yes.
Okay, Ashley, are you going to pick Toru next? If you don't, one of us will. Is what we're
I
saying.
don't even know who she is.
I
Tor-
will,
Fruits Basket.
but I would like to
I'll go
not
round
give up my
5.
pick 4.
Y'all can get fucked. I'll go round 5.
Alright, so are you going to pick now, or
Yeah,
what?
I'm doing. Yeah,
Okay. What
that
you-
was basically me saying that.
Okay, so why
Oh,
is it
okay.
Toru then? What is your defense for Toru? Is it that she cries every 5 seconds?
No, that's a bad defense because it's not really a defense. That's not.
What do you mean? It's her form of
Best
defense.
defense is good offense.
Best defense, good offense. Her tears defeat the bad guys every time.
There's not really any back. Well,
Yeah, there is.
I mean, the bad guys are in our hearts, and her tears defeat those.
are in our.
That's as good a way as any to explain her full character. But I'd say, honestly, if we're going
That's
into
the
Toru,
show.
Toru is pretty much
That's the show.
kind of in the same vein as Haruhi, who she's great because though she doesn't really change that much, she kind of changes everybody around her and is the driving force of the entire
Yeah.
plot.
She's a great example of a character who solely uses compassion, empathy, and understanding
Yeah,
to
but I
drive
didn't. You know,
the other characters
I
forward.
didn't realize how much she cried until I watched the new
Yeah, you started watching
series.
the new series.
And oh my god, she cries every 5 seconds.
I don't know. She
Per
might.
episode.
That might be a new series thing too.
Oh no!
I don't
know.
know. I think that
'Cause I
happened
didn't
in the
watch
old
original
one too.
series, but I read the manga all the way through it.
Yeah, no, I read the manga too.
This-
That's
this
why I was so
one's trying to follow
excited
the manga
when
more
the
as well.
anime
That's
got
what
I
I
like
announced.
the idea. I love the idea of the
Because-
creative team. We're watching My Hero one day. This crying shit, that's some good shit. We should put that in. That's some good shit.
I mean,
That's
That
why
is
I'm
the good
excited
shit, bro.
for the new season because it's
Yeah,
all
it's
stuff that was in the manga,
Yeah, that wasn't in the original.
but it got
Except for
called-
episode 3, which was still in season 1 of the original.
Oh well, whatever.
Wait, what?
whoa.
Yep.
Huh?
She's talking. That's the point where it
Season 2
goes from like Fullmetal Alchemist original to just Brotherhood.
Yeah.
She's talking that.
Yeah,
Well,
the
yeah,
season
no, I was
season
was just
2
pointing
of
out
the
that
next of the newer anime is when it starts getting in the manga.
Fruits Basket 2019.
Yeah,
No, 2019.
19.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm saying though, the order got mixed around either for the original anime or for this, because one of the episodes in season 2, despite season 2 being almost entirely new content, season 3 or episode 3 of season 2 was actually in the first season of the original.
All right.
Oh,
Well,
I haven't finished watching season 1 yet.
same. So purple.
So
Who's your final pick? I can't. Is he talking? I can't hear him.
I can't
No,
hear him either.
my
Oh,
bad.
there he is.
Oh.
My final pick is going to be Nini Yoshiro from Toilet Bound Hanako-kun.
I hate that
Oh,
title.
I've actually.
I don't
heard
even
of
know
this
what
show.
that is.
It's actually apparently
seen it
super
around.
great. What is her name?
It's Nini, Nene, Yashiro. So, what's interesting about this is it's actually considered a shonen because it was in a shonen collection in 2014, the manga. I do have to give out some spoilers, or else it's just going to sound weird, but, so she's basically
What show
goes
is
to
This is a.
Toilet Bound
Hanako-kun.
Hanako-kun.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, interesting. I
So-
had to take my headset off for 2 seconds, and I missed what show it was.
So I have to give out some spoilers. I mean, this is just first episode spoilers, but so she is a high school student. She's a freshman.
Oh no, an
And she
anime about
goes
a
to
high
a
school student? Surprising.
But her school is actually haunted by different yokai and ghosts. And she goes to Hanaka-kun because she heard that if she goes to the girls' bathroom, knocks on the last stall, and says his name 3 times, that he'll be able to grant her any wish that she wants. And she's actually head over heels for her senpai, but she doesn't know anything about him. And she ends up swallowing a mermaid's scale, because if she swallowed that, she'd basically be able to make her senpai fall in love with her, but she didn't realize that it would curse her, so whenever she got wet, she would turn into a fish.
Oh, jeez.
This show sounds great.
But what I like about it is she has to. So there's all these there's 7 legends about the school. So there's 7 spooky monsters, and she has to change the legends or the rumors about these things, because once the rumors stop, then the creatures stop existing, and some of the rumors have gotten really violent. So she has to try to pretty much make them not as violent as what they were, because not all the creatures started off as super violent monsters. It's just really funny, and it's different. I really like the art. The art style is unique.
Yeah, that's actually why I want
like-
to check it out, because it looks really great.
Oh, is this that newer series I've seen on Verve
Yeah.
with the?
Oh, okay.
It's on Verve, and it's also on
It's on
Funimation now.
Okay.
Toilet
Well,
bound
I've seen
Hanako-kun.
it.
Okay, I've
I
seen
know.
the
I remember I
advertisement,
saw that
yeah.
name and was like,
Because the original legend of Hanako-kun is actually Hanako-san, which is the toilet-bound ghost. It's like a girl that you knock on the stall 3 times, and then she'll answer you. She's kind of like Bloody Mary in the.
Moaning Myrtle.
I've seen
But in Japanese
toilets that
version-
like moaning Myrtle, yeah.
Yeah.
So what you're telling
Kinda
me
like that,
is
but-
that they bootleg the whole story of Ghost Stories, the best anime of all time.
Joke about that shit.
Why didn't I think of
I
that
know,
too?
It's
I'm
not.
sorry.
Because
I'm sorry.
It's
Don't
not-
listen to me.
It's okay. It's. I know you're joking around, but it's not ghost stories. It's a bit different. I've
Oh
always.
no, nothing could be like Ghost
nothing is
Stories.
going.
I've always been fascinated with like Japanese folklore and stuff like that. So the fact that these monsters are actually based off of like Japanese legends, especially that are popular in school, is pretty neat.
Okay, so James, I'm. Oh, I was
No,
gonna
go
say,
ahead.
You cut out after went to the toilet, and you cut in for became a fish.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So she
so-
ate a
Great
scale that
thing
makes
to
her
come back
curse
to.
that when she gets water on
but
her,
I
she
will
turns into a fish.
Okay, I will say the idea, because you just mentioned that whole like she has to change rumors.
Ah, there it
Yeah,
is.
That's
so-
what dictates the monsters. I love that
Oh.
idea. That makes me actually want to watch this show.
Yeah, that
it's
is
pretty
actually
good.
very
You put it in the queue.
Because
Um,
I was turned off
yeah.
entirely by
Huh.
that title.
It was
Yeah,
on
there was
the
a
queue.
show
Yeah,
I
but it's
wanted to
got a
watch.
weird
Okay.
title, but I'm only like there's only 12 episodes, and I'm on episode 6. I mean, it's pretty good.
The animation looks a little.
If not
different.
if not for how I perceive Japan, I might have watched that show based on the title. But because I know Japan, I'm like, this is gonna be some
It's-
kinky weird shit.
That's
It's
kind of what
not
I was
kinkier.
wondering.
Yeah,
it,
it
it
is
has
not.
nothing
I
kinky
get it.
about
Now, I
it.
get it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just the ghost is Hanako-kun is a ghost that like his domain in the school is the girls' bathroom. He is a bit
Yeah, no.
pervy, but not like over the top pervy.
Okay.
But we're not.
Why
talking
did it
about
skip
We're
the
talking-
English for episode 3? That doesn't make sense.
No, it's definitely in English, baby. Don't worry about
Look, look.
it. No, I know it's definitely in English.
It says Japanese for episode 3. It doesn't say.
They
That's
do
weird.
That. It's fine.
That's very strange.
It's a very good series, and like I said, it's a bit unique for a shonen series, so that's why I picked her.
Funny enough, Kaguya-sama is seinen.
Okay.
Surprisingly, it's actually aimed at adult men.
Well, I mean,
Some-
based on the humor, I'm not that
I can see
surprised.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Outside a couple of dick jokes, nothing about it says anything different than shonen.
Says you.
Yes, says me.
I
The
don't
expert.
feel it
So
being
pink.
shonen.
What is
Okay.
Really
your final pick?
You know, she was mentioned earlier, and since no one picked her, and I'm gonna go Korra.
Nice.
If we're talking character development over a series, I think she's got it, man. Like, she starts out as the super brash, impulsive
Dumbass.
avatar. Basically the sole opposite of Aang, which is in itself like an interesting parallel that they like to draw on. And, I mean, through the whole series you get to see her master airbending, get her impulsiveness and stuff fairly under control, and really come into her own as an avatar. Because, you know, at first it's like, this is supposed to be the avatar? And by the end of it, it's like, okay, yeah, she's the avatar. She figures it out. And the whole entire journey with her, I mean, it's gripping mainly because you get to watch how she grows and develops through the series.
So it's debatable how you would want to compare Korra to The Last Airbender, but I think as a protagonist, I think she's a lot stronger than Aang.
It depends on where you go, because like I think Aang is already like 80%, like 50% to his character that they want him to be, and she gets to start a lot further back. And I feel like her journey, her personal journey is more interesting to watch because of that.
I mean, yes, but that's still an argument for her.
Oh yeah, I'm not arguing against that. I was just throwing extra context onto it.
Like, she is. No, I think she is the most interesting character from her series, whereas Aang, although is a great character in a show with great characters, he's far from the best character in that show.
Alright.
Also, LGBT representation in this bitch.
Dude, that blew me away.
Hell yeah.
I know. It
just took till the series
series
being pulled off the air and aired on the line to do it, but still.
That is true.
At
but
that point,
still,
they had free reign, pretty much.
They had free reign.
Yeah, I know, that's what
honestly,
I'm saying. Like, it just took that
pretty ballsy
to make it okay.
to do it.
Oh, absolutely.
Regardless.
And it was great. You know, it was nice.
Yeah.
It was nice. Granted, I love that they made Mako, like, from being a pretty good character to being a shitty character.
I hated him from, like, the get-go, so that's fine.
But I love that he's the ultimate lady killer in the series, and that's, like, his character. Literally, that's his thing. He makes them turn against dudes. Like, they don't trust dudes anymore. Because
I don't think
he's
that's
such
what we call
creep.
a lady killer.
No, man.
No, but I see where you're getting.
Yeah, I see what you're getting at. Because at first I was like, lady killer, I'm like, you know, I mean, I guess he kind of pulled some women, but then, like, they almost always were like, you're kind of a piece of shit, dude, and left him.
Yeah, but it takes them quite a while. Like, it takes them too long to realize that.
Yeah, he has the best character development. He goes from the cool guy to the asshole dude to
The creep.
the guy.
Yeah,
Not even
he's,
the guy.
by the end,
In
he's the
season 3
dude.
and 4,
He's
he's
just the guy.
there. He's just there in season 3 and 4.
Okay, I missed who you're talking about.
We were just
Mako.
talking about how Mako goes from being like a cool guy to like the worst character in the show.
Yeah, Mako's not
And
the
then to
greatest.
just bland.
And then he's just bland.
I mean, he was always the worst, let's be real.
I mean, yes.
Nolan had him beat.
Wait, who?
So,
His brother.
His brother.
No.
Earthbender.
alright.
He's
Bowen's the best.
Bolin is the best. He's in the movies.
The moving pictures.
Yeah, he's in the
in the
movies.
Oh,
moving
I was about to say,
pictures.
wait, they had a core movie and I didn't know about
Yeah, no.
this.
No, he was
I
a
was about to
movie
say that.
star.
Oh god,
No, he was a
what do they call it? Oh,
mover
movers.
star.
Yeah, he's a movers,
Movers,
star.
movers, that's right.
He's a movers star.
We need to rewatch Legend of Korra.
Movers
It's like,
star.
too bad it's at my house.
Yeah, I know.
We'd have to go over there and get it.
Alright, so now we'll go through each pick and just kind of say who we think should be included and who should not.
I feel like it's gonna be really
Do we
hard.
have to this time? I feel like we could just rank them. We don't
Rank
have a
them.
huge
It's
list.
so
I think
small.
so.
And, like,
We have
I feel like
I mean, that's still
16.
20 characters.
There are 20 characters. Yeah. And if we rank them, we'll have 10 in the
we'll
top
have a
10.
cutoff. Honestly, we should probably just do this anyway because it keeps us from having to do a second round of this. If you just vote on everyone, you'll have a top 10 naturally.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright.
Well,
Oh, well, then I
At this
guess
point, it's
we'll-
rapid fire. Just, what's your number?
Alright, Haruhi. Haruhi
Haruhi?
from good old
Fujioka. Yeah.
Fujioka from
Oran.
good old,
Oran, High School is
School.
Closed.
7.
9.
I'll also say 7.
Season 8.
Now,
Good middle ground.
Now, how is this ranked?
1 to 10.
1 to 10.
Like,
Higher being better.
okay. Alright. So 1 is best, 10 is worst. Then.
No, that's the
No, 1 is
opposite of what I
worse,
just said.
I'm still sleepy,
We're going
okay?
with 10 out of 10.
No.
Alright.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
if you add all the things up, the highest score is the number 1 spot.
Alright,
First
what's your number, Purple?
Sitting.
Mine was 8.
Oh, you were going with 8. I thought
couldn't-
you were joking. Because you said season 8. And I was
No,
like,
she's
I
an
said
8.
season 8.
season 8.
Yeah, season 8.
Damn,
Season
Cole.
8, yep.
Oh,
That's-
season 8. I heard season 8 too. I was like, is this
No,
a
I
Game of
heard
Thrones
she's
joke?
an 8.
Oh.
Shit.
I mean, she's pretty good looking. I'll give her that.
no,
She's the hottest dude I've ever seen.
Oh my god.
Bruh.
I don't know how she
Bruh.
did that.
I'm
good looking,
offended.
Michael's
I'm
offended.
sorry, Michael.
Wow,
I'm sorry.
Zach.
Real quick though, Ashley.
Uh-huh.
1 out of 10.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just pick a number.
Instinct.
Ultra Instinct.
Yeah,
no,
Ultra
not
Instinct.
Ultra Instinct. No. I don't want that silver hair.
Girl, say a number.
I'll do 7 then, I guess.
7? Okay.
I thought you had my back. I mean, 7's still not bad.
Lena Inverse. Bro, that's like 10, bro.
10.
I'm gonna give her a 6 because I don't know enough about the series, but I like what I know about her.
Yeah, I'm gonna go the same way, 6. 'cause
I'll do that.
I want to watch Slayers. and
I don't know.
especially from
I've
what
only
you
seen
just
like
told me.
1 episode.
It's like how we play our D&D characters.
It's a good way of putting it. Mulan.
7.
It's like a 9.
She's a 7.
Okay, that did sound like season.
Alright,
time.
what's your for Mulan, Ashley? What's your number for Mulan?
Oh. I didn't know you'd already gotten to that.
Yeah, I just said it.
We just said it.
Yeah. So Mulan, what 1 to 10?
Oh my god, I'm really spacing out. Holy shit. I need to go back to bed.
Jump on it.
Oh, Mulan's like an 8.
8. Okay. All right, Ryoko Matoi from Kill la Kill. Like a
7.
I'll go
do
6.
6.
10.
I've watched.
I watched
Favoritism.
none of Kill la Kill, so
But you have to give a
5.
number. 5. Okay.
I really like her character. I don't
too.
care. She's
That's why she
Okay,
gets a
so
6.
She's awesome.
mine and Mike's rule, Ashley, if we
Uh-huh.
don't know a character, we'll give him a 5. If we know
Or a
a
6.
little bit, but not enough to make a good decision,
I
but we
haven't
like
seen
the character,
anything of it.
we might go as high.
Yeah.
High as 6.
But if you don't know him, just give him a 5. No, we're
Yeah.
giving her a 5.
That's what I said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she gave it 5.
I did 5.
I didn't hear.
Oh.
I apologize.
It's
I figured it was in
instinct,
the middle. Yeah.
Major Kusanagi from Ghost in the Shell.
8.
It's like
Easy.
a 9.
9.
7.
I like Know Nothing, so 5. Ghost in the Shell never interests me.
Yeah, I don't think you'd be too into it.
Yeah.
I've
I
seen
think
the
I
movie
realized
once.
I'm
I have not watched much of the show.
The show's
Well, when I'm
fantastic. If you
organizing
don't
them,
like the
we'll talk
movie,
about
give the
some
show a
honorable
try.
mentions too, because
No,
I've got a couple. And
for
I
me, it's
assume
the opposite.
Oh, that's
the,
fine.
the movie is really good, but the show is just bleh.
I mean, what I'm
See,
saying, well,
I
that's fine.
actually,
What I'm saying
so
is
I
find,
disagree
like,
because I
for a
think the
lot of
movie is
people-
amazing, but the show is still good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I feel like a lot of people get turned off of the movie because it's kind of hard to follow and really philosophical.
Yeah.
And the characters aren't
To be
always
fair,
the best.
it's just like super.
and I feel like
sci-fi.
if you're looking for something that's a little more accessible, the show's the way to go. I mean, even then, I feel like I kind of like Major better in the show, where she can be like kind of funny sometimes and stuff.
It's also
Right. The fact that I haven't seen the show is kind of why I don't rank her higher than an 8.
like when
But
she
I feel
hits
like
on
even
like
in
an 8-year-old kid.
Yeah,
That does happen.
that does happen.
Which is even more awkward because of the female
4.
voice actress and. All right, hold on. But it's also
I'm
more
kidding,
awkward
don't
because
kid
the
me.
female voice actress for her and the male actress for the boy was actually her actual son.
Ooh.
It was
Wait,
the-
in the movie? I thought
no,
she
that
always
was in the show. I was in the show.
Oh, in the show. I'm still
Yep.
working through the show. I watched it as a kid, but not all of it. So I'm
It
working through
is
now.
really good. That scene is just weird.
Oh, I always loved it. I just never really had a chance to, because it feels like it's never streaming anywhere.
All right, Kaguya-sama from Kaguya-sama Love is War.
Ooh, I'm gonna give her
10.
a 7.
9.
I've not seen it, so I have to give her a 5.
Fair. You're wrong, but that's fair.
So you've seen a bit of it, baby.
No, I know.
That's why you're like trying to figure out.
Yeah.
I
Let's
should
go
pick-
7.
7.
Also, part of the reason I said 10 because I knew at least one person was going to give a 5 for not knowing.
Luluko from
great.
Space Patroller Luluko.
That's an 8.
She's like a I'll give her an 8. I think 8's good.
I'll have to give her a 5. I haven't seen that.
Yeah, I got to
unfortunately.
give her a 5.
Yeah,
I don't know the
5.
first thing about the show.
Oh,
I'm sorry, Zach.
It's funny.
Sophie from Howl's Moving Castle.
Ooh,
I'll say
she
she's
gets
like a
a
7.
solid 8.
7.
Keep working.
6?
Okay.
9.
Ooh, cold. That's fair, though.
I like her, but
Um,
there's other better female characters in Miyazaki films.
the Mighty
That's
Birdie from the titular series.
I got to give it a 5. I don't know it too well.
I've never heard of it.
I've heard of it because it was from one of the studios I was following when it aired.
I'll say 6 because I do know a bit about it. And she's pretty
I'll
cool.
give her
Was
an
it
8.
again?
Birdie
The Mighty
from the
Birdie.
Mighty Birdie.
But
I have no idea what that is.
It's like a superhero series, sort of, with a lot of different.
So that's 5. I have no idea what the heck they're talking about.
Then we got Belle from Beauty and the Beast.
9.
I'll say like 7.
8.
4.
Cold.
4.
Does not like
Okay,
her.
I don't like Beauty and the Beast. I think it's boring.
I don't
but
like
still give her a
these
7.
learned women.
Oh, damn.
I mean, I
Think
don't.
about it.
I
Well,
find
think
that
about
movie
it. She
boring,
thinks too
but
much. It's a problem.
Yeah.
No.
characters
Her
and
dad
likeness.
gets kidnapped, right? And
Yeah.
then she exchanges herself from the Beast, and then the
Yep.
Beast is like, "Here's a library," and then she's head over heels for him after that.
She is definitely not. She
She
spends a
likes
lot
the
of that
books
movie giving
more
him
than
shit.
she likes the Beast.
So?
This is also true.
Are you
But the-
saying she's gold
Are you saying
digging the
that, like-
beast for books?
Yes.
Yes.
I was about to say, are you also saying that
Damn.
because she took that deal, she's obligated to love the Beast?
Why are you booing him? He's not wrong. She's gold
Also,
digging
she's
for those
a
books.
horrible person in the books. Just so you know.
Yeah, but we're talking the movie. The books don't
Well,
like.
Man,
matter
she went
there.
furry
Well,
for
he
books.
can't look past yeah.
Exactly.
I was about to
There
say,
you go. She went
remember
furry
Violet-
for
This
books.
is the,
I take it back.
we are
two.
keeping manga out of most of these lists. Usually.
Violet
I'm not taking
Evergarden from
live action.
Violet Evergarden.
She is a solid 10.
I will give her a 6
9.
because I
I
haven't
will say
watched it yet, but I
7.
feel like I'm gonna like it.
5. I haven't seen it.
Very
I
fair.
like her design, so I give her a 7. But I don't know anything about her or her character, but she looks cool.
She's got robot arms.
She does.
She's Edward Elric, but girl.
Sorry, a 3.
And not at all like Edward Elric,
I
but
think
like
that's
kind of
a
she's
good
back
way
to
to
a
get
7
Zach
then.
to drop this.
Yes,
yeah,
you're
to drop
right.
this.
I take it
I like
back.
that she's like Edward Elric. Oh, so she's a 3, but nothing like Edward Elric. Oh, she's back to a 7.
What's wrong with Ed?
He's so boring.
I
Get
like
him out of
Ed.
here. Moriko Morioka from Recovery of an MMO Junkie.
5.
5.
She's like,
Haven't seen it.
8. No, I'll bump it up to 9. Help counterbalance that, because she was a good character.
Morika.
She also has that cute little freckle on her face too. I always
Oh,
remember
yeah, that's
she's got like
right.
the one dimple. I always thought that was
I'll give her 9.
cute. Okay. Star Butterfly from Star versus the Forces of Evil.
Well, I'll give her a 7.
I'll also say
I gave her a 7 also. I've seen enough of it to give her that much.
8.
I'm sorry, but I have to give her a 1. I tried getting into that show, and I cannot stand that show.
No.
'Cause of her?
Try
Yes.
Or
more.
I find her
Slaughtered.
to be completely annoying I just
Cold
don't like her
blood.
character design. She's annoying. There's other characters that are
She-
way more interesting and
You know what,
better
though?
than her.
Purple, how
That's
did you
fair,
become the
because she's
Tay
very
of
at
the
the
How-
beginning. Yeah, wow.
How much did you get into it? Like, how
I
far?
will-
Said he
I
couldn't
will-
get into it.
No,
too.
no,
I'll
no.
defend
If
him
it-
because it's fair, because at the beginning of that show, she is
Yeah, she's
very
rough.
LOL random
Yeah,
rar.
she's very
Yeah,
much
and
like
she's-
cool,
that
but then
kinda
she
turned
grows
me
up
off of
back.
Clarify also.
And
Yeah,
It's okay to make a character who needs to improve over the series, but if your character is unlikable from the beginning of the series, that is a fault of the series.
yeah,
This is-
basically,
I
if your
don't think
character's
she
so
was
unlikable
unlikable.
that it turns you,
That's
if your
fair, but
character show is so
he did.
unlikable that it turns you off before it gets good, then the show failed there.
yeah. So
At least for
what
that
was the main
individual.
chick from Kanabari's name? What was her name?
Mume.
Mume. So Mume from Kanabari of the Iron Fortress.
Iron Fortress.
I'm giving her a 5 because I don't know her.
Fair
I'm
enough.
giving her an 8
I'll-
based on design alone.
I'm
I'm
giving
giving
her
her-
a 2 because that fucking name. She's a goddamn cow.
I'm
and
giving
not
her
in
a
the
3 because I
sexist
heard
way.
that show sucks. No, I'm giving her a 5.
Nah, I'm sticking with my 5.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm giving her a 5.
Hey, I was
I,
about to
because I
write
have
those.
no idea.
Okay, so,
I'm
what
gonna
would you
go
say?
with a 10 because she actually cuts off a dude's head.
That's pretty dope. That's
Aw,
fair.
damn.
That's a
With-
good reason.
That's metal.
She
Demon
Oh,
Slayer
I'm
does
giving her
that
a
every
2.
episode. Get out of
no,
here.
no, no. She's wearing
Yeah, but they're not female.
regular Komodo
And she is.
sandals that have blades in them, and she kicks the dude's head off by cut because there's a blade in there.
That sounds
Oh,
like
yeah.
better
Oh,
They
Megan.
actually
But
legitimately
did
had
she-
that in Demon Slayer. I've
Oh.
just read the manga.
He's like,
I just
oh.
read that scene in the manga. Granted, she didn't get a chance to use it, but she definitely did the sandal blade thing. Was
All
about
right.
to kick someone's head in.
Chihiro.
Also, Mugen did that in like 2003.
No, he didn't
I
have
mean,
blades in
the
his sandals.
opposite.
He had irons.
The opposite. He blocked a sword strike with his foot. That's harder.
That's true. Chihiro
Well, is-
from Spirited Away. 6.
8. I wanted to give her a 7, actually.
She's a 7.
I'll go
It's
with
been too
7.
long since I've seen him, so I'm trying to be nicer with the Miyazaki picks.
Emma
It's just been
from
a while
the
since I've seen it.
Promised Neverland.
10 because most of you guys had to give her a 5 because you ain't seen it.
7.
I'm actually giving her a
5.
7 because while I haven't seen it, everything I've seen about her, I've loved.
Ashley.
And I think I
5.
will absolutely love her.
Ruby Rose from Ruby. That's a 9, man. Yes,
5. I don't know
did.
the show.
Who doesn't know Ruby? What?
Michael and Isaac.
I don't even have any interest in watching that show.
I mean,
I
That
give
hurt
her a 6 because I only watched the first season.
There's a lot of hurt happening today. I don't know if you've noticed.
There's a reason I cosplay Ruby.
It's true.
I'll give her 10.
It's actually
Nice.
funny because going into this top 10, like, this has been like a nice list. I like the things, and like I feel like it's really hard to pick one. And then we get into the voting things, like everyone's being cut deep.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. Toru Honda from Fruits
9.
Basket.
10.
5. Not seen it.
7.
Go back.
Go
fucking
watch
it.
Fruits
Then you get to
Basket.
vote. You don't get to vote until then.
You
Yeah,
have to
James,
vote
you're
until
not
you
allowed.
watch Fruits Basket.
What do you
I'm
got?
sorry.
It's on Funimation.
Actually,
What's your
Zach, I
voting?
feel like since it's only an hour, you should send a link to that entire Space Lulu thing for us to watch.
Hell
beforehand.
yeah, I'll do that.
Isn't
Absolutely.
it on like Crunchyroll though?
It's on every. Yeah, it's on Crunchyroll.
I know, but he should
Crunchyroll
just went in the group chat and been like,
I
"This
don't
is one of my
have Crunchyroll
picks.
or Verb,
It is
so-
literally an hour to watch. I would appreciate if you guys watch it.
It's,
So you
it's
can have
like
an informed
it's
decision."
probably 2 to 3, but yeah.
or 2, 3. Oh, never mind.
Ashley,
Ugh, 3.
which
That's one of Avengers Endgame.
Yeah, that movie sucked.
get out of here.
No, I'm
Actually-
playing.
I'll say
You
I'll
better
watch it, actually.
stop.
Well, it was good, but there were a number of issues. Sorry.
Wow, Isaac's parodying himself.
There we
I
go.
love this.
I parody myself every day, dude.
27 episodes.
I know. I too live my life.
So, let's see. It's Lupo.
So who's the next?
It's Toru. I'm waiting for Ashley's vote.
Oh,
Toru, I'll give her a 9.
We all got to counterbalance James.
dude, I feel like every single person's had at
inability to
least
be
one
prepared.
5 almost.
I mean, if you really want me to go
Unless
fair,
they're
I'll,
Disney.
I'll pick
No, you're
one
fine.
for.
No. You already picked 5. You can't go back.
I mean, if you want to switch to a 4, I'll allow it.
No. He's good. He's good.
So he's saying that. All right.
All right.
It's an hour and a
I'm just
half.
giving you shit, James.
Sorry, the entire series is an hour and a half.
Yeah, because I did this to 7.
Oh, okay.
That's 13 episodes, so yeah,
Nini
91
from,
minutes. So,
from what?
Nini
toilet.
Oh, Honda-san.
Yeah.
I'm giving her 6 because based on that description, I think I'd really like her.
I would give
I'm
her
giving her a
solid.
6 based on art style of the series.
Yeah, I looked at Funimation. It looks kind of cute. So let's do 6.
But I have not seen the series, so
Yeah.
I can't give it higher than a
Same.
6.
No, that's
Yeah.
fine.
So
So
what's
I'm gonna
your
give her 8
8?
because I like her.
About you, baby.
That's 6.
6.
Yeah, because it's the same as Isaac.
And finally, Korra from The Legend of Korra.
Give her a 9.
8.
5.
6.
Not seen it.
What is going on? Cora, I give her 8.
I'll say, Ashley, this is how it normally goes because there's almost never an anime that everyone's seen and had an opinion on that we put in these.
Not
Yeah,
even
no.
slightly.
Well, I think it's because I watched
Aside
Avatar
from
when it
Joseph
was
Joestar.
airing, and then
Yeah.
I tried
Yeah,
to
'cause
watch
y'all
Korra
did
when it
James
was
are way
airing.
too
JoJo and
intense.
doesn't really care for it.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
And I'm not a fan.
But we've
I think
already
it's really good.
we already understand
What?
that James isn't a person since he hasn't watched Fruits Basket. Those tears
I
haven't
have
violently
been
assaulted
told
his
that-
heart.
I have been told because I didn't cry watching Chobits that I was heartless.
You didn't cry at what? You cut out.
That's actually totally fine.
Chobits?
I haven't actually watched Chobits.
You don't need to cry to that one.
I haven't watched Chobits in like
Chobits?
15
Oh.
years.
I remember I'd never seen it, but I
I know
remember
Robot
telling
Girl is cute,
boyfriend
so-
James that if he wants to cry, he should probably watch that from what I hear.
Okay, for one, if you want to
She-
cry, you either watch Grave of the Fireflies or Anohana.
I've
You
never
don't
watched Grave of
understand
Fireflies.
how easy it is for my boyfriend to cry. He cried at the end of Avengers Endgame. He cried during Frozen 2. He cries.
Wait, what part of
Cried
Frozen
during
2?
He cried
Avengers
during-
Endgame, yeah, that makes sense. I've teared up a bit, but
Dude, I'm
Frozen
fucking
2?
bald.
He cried
I
with
mean,
me
they're-
while watching the not the finale of like base Steven Universe. Like
Oh,
he cries. He's a crier.
yeah, that one wasn't as sad.
kill him.
Probably. I should
yes.
make sure he never watches it because I might.
Oh,
actually
no.
lose him. He might go comatose.
Oh no.
Like I was in the fucking berthing on my ship when I watched Grave of the Fireflies, and I'm biting my knuckle trying to stop from crying because I'm surrounded by dudes. And I'm like, I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. I was not doing very well either.
You got an ugly cry. Like that.
Everyone's just
Like, I'm
looking
just
at
sitting
you.
there, I'm crying. This berthing's got 100 other motherfucking savage motherfuckers in here, and I'm just sitting here like, no, don't do it. You can do this. You can do this.
They're not.
Yo,
really,
Isaac, you okay? Yes.
But
They're
the
not
sad
crying.
thing
Yo,
is
Isaac,
it's
shut
a
up.
fish.
Shut that shit up.
No, more like, oh, look at this bitch crying. What are you watching cartoons? You watch crying watching cartoons.
Shut that crying up, his dick.
But also,
on Sunday.
I had a dude who's 50 years old, or like coming up on 50, like 40s. Been in the Navy like his whole adult life. Hated cartoons, hated all that shit. Said he cried on Grave of the Fireflies.
I mean, that's just kind of
Like-
like
It's based off of the guy's.
Anyone who's seen that would not
Autobiography.
judge.
no. I don't think I cried during that movie, but it was fun.
Yeah, I don't remember crying at it either, but
I've never
is
actually
very
seen
sad.
it. Mhm.
But I'm a desensitized degenerate who's yeah. I cry at weird things nowadays.
Sorry, this,
See, if I'm like
make-
expected to cry in something, I don't cry.
Yeah, that's one thing.
Yeah.
I tend to get more sad at end of an era things than I do at things that are legitimately supposed to be tragically sad. Like I would feel like definitely felt more sad at Avengers Endgame, or like I said at the Steven Universe base finale, where it feels like, oh, this is dumb.
Oh,
So before
before
I
the
rather than
movie?
feeling sad about.
So
You're talking
before
about
I
before
get,
the movie? Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
into the
before
top 10.
Future, okay.
I did want to bring up a couple honorable mentions, because they didn't get brought up. I really like Maka Allbarn. from
You know
Sword.
what? She was originally on my list.
That's
Actually.
fair. My other one was Miss Kobayashi from Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, because she's great.
She's great.
I'm surprised no one even mentioned Artoria Pendragon.
I think that's just you,
Who
babe.
she's still great.
Is she
For
from Fate?
Yeah, she's from Fate.
Okay.
She is the main character.
I
of the
need to
Oh.
watch it, man. 'cause I've
He's
heard it's amazing.
obsessed.
Part of the problem
I'm not
is
obsessed,
she's
I've
not
only
the main
watched one
character.
series.
She's just a constant character.
Yeah,
She
but
doesn't-
In both
she's the main
Fate
character
Zero
in at least
and
one
Fate
of them?
State Night, she's not the main character. The
Yeah,
dudes
but
are.
is there one series that she is? Because isn't there like 80 of these 80 Fate series?
Of the
Yeah.
2 series I know she's in, Fate Zero and Fate Stay Night, both versions of Fate Stay Night, she is in there. Those are the only technically 3 series I know she's in, and she's not the main character of either. of them,
Okay.
or any of them.
then I also got to bring up from animation, like, bro, Jenny XJ9 is great.
Oh.
And Kim Possible is like a classic.
Shit, I didn't even think about Disney and Nickelodeon cartoons.
Yeah.
Aside from Avatar.
Aside
Yeah,
from
but
Avatar. Well,
We've
you
kinda
thought
had
of that.
Avatar
He
floating
just added
around
on
in
to
our
it.
anime discussion, so that's a little more. You know
Now-
exactly what I mean, Isaac.
This list was also hard to make
Yeah.
because we have so many ties. So,
I didn't get my honorable mentions.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
go
might
ahead.
honorable
You
mention
can-
a couple too.
okay, go ahead.
I got Akane Tsunemori from Psycho Pass, who
Yeah.
almost was my number 4
I
spot.
was surprised you didn't pick her, but yeah.
Fu Kasami from Samurai Champloo, who's actually the main character.
Really?
Yeah.
From
Well,
which show?
it is basically following,
It's a
She's-
point of view character, and she's the
Yeah.
one with the dynamic and the plot.
and she kind of is the one that brings
I've
Jin
never-
and Mugen together, if I remember correctly.
Not even kind of.
Oh,
that's
from
just
Fu?
what happens.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Fu's the main
I don't remember
character.
because it's been a while. I wasn't quite sure if I was
Well-
saying it right.
Yeah, no. She is definitely the main character. Well, I emphasize it because someone was trying to argue that Mugen was the main character, and I'm like, he's not. Though.
Oh, I
he's not at all.
remember someone. I think I remember that argument
It's like,
actually.
Fu from
Uh,
I
Samurai
think everyone
Champloo.
looked at him like.
Okay, I didn't.
That was Raggedy
Misaki
Andy.
Suzuhara
Like-
from Angelic Layer,
Oh shit!
and yeah,
She's so good.
and
that show made me cry.
Tanya Degurashov, who would have been my number 4,
Oh Jesus!
if not
Get out of here.
if not for the fact that no one else has seen that show,
The
and
lolly
that would have
Nazi.
gone nowhere.
So,
Yeah, so Tanya from Tanya the Evil.
Yeah.
Oh.
so my 2 honorable mentions are almost more legacy mentions from my
Okay.
childhood.
Yep.
But I am kind of almost surprised they didn't get picked
Yeah.
because they're so popular. I'm gonna say Sailor Moon and Cardcaptor Sakura.
Yeah. Sakura
Or at least-
Kusagano.
Honorable mentions.
Or
for
no,
this.
that's someone else. That's
So
God, what's her name?
I mean,
Sakura.
Sailor Moon's basically the Goku of the magical girl scene.
Oh, absolutely.
Unquestionably.
James, I know you had some honorable mentions. You had a couple.
yep. So I have Revi from Black Lagoon.
Yeah, I thought about her too.
See,
Yeah.
just
I
never
thought
watched
about
it.
her too, but I was stuck on whether or not she was the main character because Rock is introduced as the main character, but Revi is such an important character throughout the
Yeah.
series. I was like,
Yeah.
is she the main character? though?
Well,
Well,
that's
a lot
kind
of
of
her-
like. I feel like a lot of anime, like, there's people that are basic. There's co-main characters, basically.
Yeah. It
So
just
it might be
my-
slightly more important, but.
And your other one?
And my other one is Miyu from Vampire Princess. And the reason why she's important is because that anime, even though it did fail, it did popularize the protective or traveling protector genre. And it inspired shows like Blood Plus and Demon Slayer because her protector, because she is a vampire, her protector would actually have to carry her around in some type of coffin-like object in the daylight.
That does sound like Blood
I
Plus.
forgot about Blood
Oh,
Plus.
shit.
That
I
would've been
also,
a kind
yeah,
of
that's another
pretty
character we
good
didn't bring
pick,
up. The
too.
chick from Blood.
that was
Plus.
a show I never could get into.
I like
But
it.
that's
I
just
got
per-
it.
personal
I like
Or
it.
the priestess from goddamn from oh god, what's that show called? Trinity Blood.
Oh.
Esther?
Yeah,
Oh,
Esther.
you.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Oh, another.
Oh, I love
maybe honorable mention
freaking,
because I don't remember anything about this, but I remember loving this show. The nun from Chrono Crusade.
Oh,
Was she a main
Weirdly
character?
enough, when he brought up Trinity Blood, that was the next thing I thought of.
Yeah, dude. Okay, I was going through
Hey,
Funimation's
have you
like
seen
list
Little
of
Somewhere?
shows the other day and was like, "Fuck, Chrono Crusade! I used to love that show and I forgot it existed." So this moment.
nice.
I think I tried to watch it a few years back and just couldn't get into it. Tried
Yeah,
to
this
watch it
was when I was
again.
like 14 or 15, probably. That I was.
Yeah.
into it.
No,
I've
probably
never
about the same.
seen it.
I have not.
That actually
seen it
surprised
either,
me. I
just
feel like
know
that
of
show
it.
would have been up your alley at that time.
She was really into Trinity.
Oh, when I was younger,
I like
did
Trinity
like
Blood.
it. I did like it a
Oh
good
no, I'm
amount.
talking. Yeah, no, I'm talking. more
Basically,
about
if
Isaac,
anything
yeah.
is
Oh, my
airing on Adult Swim, more than likely I was watching it.
Oh yeah, I don't think it was an Adult Swim thing. I think it was
No,
more of
no,
like
it wasn't.
No.
just
That's
you've seen it
how
at
I
your,
found-
at your library or on a streaming site and watched it.
That's how I found out about Trinity Blood, though.
Rainbow's dope.
Oh yeah, I need to rewatch it.
So, Zach, what is our top 10 then?
So our top 10 is a three-way tie for, or a one-way, this was the only one character, by the way, which was number 10. Sorry to Belle, Chihiro, and Ruby, who were a three-way tie for 11th place.
Wait. Who? What? Three? Ruby
so-
and who else?
Belle, Chihiro, and Ruby Rose
Okay.
tied for 11th. But for 10th place, this was the only character who has just a solid place, and that's Korra from The Legend of Korra.
Ah,
She literally just makes the list. No issues there. She's just on it.
I feel like that's
good.
a good spot, actually.
Yeah. Then, besides that, you got a three-way tie for 6th place.
6.
Sorry, for 7th place. 7th place.
Yeah, 9th,
is-
8th, and 7th. Yeah.
Yeah. With Moriko Morioka, Sophie, and Violet from Violet Evergarden.
Whoa, top 10.
Then we have. One second.
Is it like a 5-way? We have a 6-way tie for first place.
Hell yeah!
Oh, whoops. Sorry, number 10 is Belle, Chihiro, and Ruby tied. The ninth is actually Korra.
Oh, okay.
Because they're 10th, 11th, and 12th. But they all tie, so they're technically all 10th. Then 9th is Korra. Then three-way tie for
Sixth.
for sixth, yeah, is Moriko Morioka, Sophie, and Violet from Violet Evergarden. We have a three-way tie for third, which is Kaguya from Kaguya-sama Love is War,
E.
Haruhi from Ouran High School Host Club,
Also Yi.
and Lena Inverse from Slayers, specifically the Slayers, actually.
Smaller Yi.
Then a two-way tie for first is Toru Honda and Mulan.
Man.
Wait, what was
I was
that?
not expecting Mulan to actually make
Yeah,
first
I
place.
wasn't either.
No, I wasn't either.
Yeah, Toru Honda and Mulan both tied with 39 points.
And wait, do you say Motoko is on the list or not? I missed that. Top 10.
No,
Or
Moriko
she- that she
Morioka made the top 10.
That's who I thought I heard. Okay.
And Toru should be in place.
Yes.
She is where
I
she
actually
belongs.
don't have very many problems with that list.
no,
Aside from I think Mulan's maybe a little high.
Yeah, I think Mulan's
that's
too high.
fair,
That's
but we
about it.
voted it, and that's where she ended
We
up.
did.
That's just where she
I think
ended
that's
up.
because that was the only thing that we were all like, yeah, we've all seen Mulan, right?
We all
Yeah.
like Mulan. Yeah.
That's right. That's like, dude. Hey. It's remember last time Luffy got fourth on our anime protagonist list was because no one really overly loved him, but no one had any issues with him, so he had high scores across the board. Yeah. Bro, it's just like a presidential election, man. People vote for who they know over who they don't know. So, so that's our list, the definitive list of animation protagonists. There's probably a couple we missed. And if you want them to be included, you should totally include them in the comment section. And of course, our big takeaways here is go watch Space Patroller Luluco. It's an hour and a half long, as well as some other great series here and there. If you need a big takeaway, it's always support the channel in any way you can by watching all the videos.
Another big takeaway is
What's that?
James has to watch Fruits Basket.
And James has to watch Fruits Basket so he can be considered a person again.
Yeah.
In that order.
You could really just watch the new one.
Yeah, you could just watch the new one. You won't be missing anything. He's a completionist.
Okay,
yeah. He
you
has
can
to
do that.
100% it. He has to 100% it, and he. That's
All
right.
right.
All right. Hell
Definitely
yeah.
read the manga though; it's really good.
So yep. So with that, guys, as always, don't forget to stay lucky. Thanks, Nettle Blue, Pearlescent, Pink, Punctual Purple / Ramen Rider, which you should also always check out his content as well. Thanks, Muffin. Always like having you on the channel.
Yeah.
And of course, don't forget to stay lucky. And as always, we'll see you at the next one. Bye.